is down. The cheekbones are cheekboning. I don't have any makeup on other than what y'all just saw me put on my face. This noni is really being good to my skin. And I'm taking better care of myself because I use a lot of good products on my skin, on my face, and all the things. So, hey everybody. I know I'm a few minutes early. I'm not supposed to even be on here until 12:30. I popped on a few minutes early to do our chapter 1 of our reading, The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. The only reason why I'm popping on earlier is because my assistants basically threatened me. They said it's too cold to go outside today, so we're having recess in the room. Y'all see what I mean about how toxic these jobs are? Like, if y'all have recess in the room during my lunch break, then it's really not a lunch break. But I get tired of debating with people because people are very spoiled and they're used to getting their way. And I just don't have the energy to keep arguing with folks because at the end of the day, I end up being the bad guy. I end up being told that I'm mean. Y'all know I'm not mean. So y'all know how people are liars and they are shapeshifters and gaslighters. Beware of gaslighting techniques. One way you know if you're dealing with a gaslighter is they're always complaining. And no matter how comfortable you try to make them, it's still not going to be good enough. All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to start 5 minutes early. I'm sorry if I promised you 12:30. You just heard the story. So yesterday we did the introduction, which was really, really good. And the introduction was basically talking about how we're all collectively mirrors of one another. And also so this is my interpretation. So we're mirrors of one another because we've all collectively came together in the spiritual realm where our physical bodies are asleep, but our brains are active. So this life that we're living is like a dream, right? And in this dream, we have some rules that we agreed upon. However, in the dream, you're able to shift and manifest and have what you desire, but there's some things that you're going to have to learn. So the Four Agreements, chapter 1, it says, domestication and the dream of the planet. Remember, we're all collectively dreaming right now. I know, right? This human body, this is my human, right? And my spirit is the driving force that operates this body. Okay, domestication and the dream of the planet. What you are seeing and hearing right now is nothing but a dream. Didn't I just say that? You are dreaming right now in this moment. You are dreaming with a brain awake. Dreaming is the main function of the mind, and the mind dreams 24 hours a day. It dreams when the brain is awake, and it dreams when the brain is asleep. The difference is that when the brain is awake, there is a material frame that makes us perceive things in a linear way. When we go to sleep, we do not have the frame, and the dream has a tendency to change constantly. Humans are dreaming all the time. Before we were born, the humans before us created a big outside dream that we will call society's dream, or the dream of the planet. The dream of the planet is the collective dream of billions of smaller personal dreams, which together create a dream of a family, a dream of a community, a dream of a city, a dream of a country, and finally, a dream of the whole humanity. The dream of the planet includes all of society's rules, its beliefs, its laws, its religions, its different cultures and ways to be, its governments, schools, social events, and holidays. That means all of that stuff, we made it up. Thanksgiving, Christmas, what was that one that just passed? where y'all dress up and stuff. I don't even do it. That's Halloween, all made up, all agreed upon. And you can go into another community, culture, society, and none of this stuff that's real to us is real to them. It's a collective agreed upon dream. Okay. We are born with the capacity. I'm going to try to read without breaking it down. I can't help but to teach. I'm a teacher. We are born with the capacity to learn how to dream, and the humans who lived before us teach us how to dream the way society dreams. The outside dream has so many rules that when a new human is born, we hook the child's attention and introduce these rules into his or her mind. The outside dream uses mom and dad, the schools, and religion to teach us how to dream. Attention is the ability we have to discriminate and to focus only on that which we want to perceive. We can perceive millions of things simultaneously, but using our attention, we can hold whatever we want to perceive in the foreground of our mind. Y'all get that, right? Attention is the ability we have to discriminate and to focus only on that which we want to perceive. We can perceive millions of things simultaneously. That's like me. I have like a billion thoughts always racing through my mind, right? But using our attention, we can hold whatever we want to perceive in the foreground of our mind. That's the foundation of manifestations, y'all. It's not evil. It's not wicked, but I digress. This is the way we learn everything we know. So everything we know, somebody said it in front of us, be it our teacher, our parents, society, our communities, our extended family and friends. And we absorb in this dream, this way to live in this society based on the collective agreement that everybody has, that this is what we're going to do. This is why y'all fight people so hard when they try to break out the matrix. You're not trying to harm them. Most of y'all probably really love and trying to protect. But because somebody has awakened to their own dream, their own perception, that I don't even have to do this the way society said to do it. The others, that be y'all, fight them tooth and nail to stay inside of the matrix, to stay inside of the collective dream. But people have free will, y'all. They're able to break out of this. I know I said I was going to stop doing that. I can't help it. And I ain't apologizing for being a teacher. I am who God made me to be. Okay, so that's the way we learn everything we know. I'm back in the book. I'm on page 3, chapter 1. By using our attention, we learned a whole reality, a whole dream. We learn how to behave in society, what to believe and what not to believe, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Like somebody packing up their bags and saying, I think I'm going to move to Mexico by myself with no family, no friends, no husband, no children, stay in the Airbnb for a few months, figure out my way around and start a new life in a whole new land. If one of y'all friends said that to you, y'all would think they have lost their mind. Somebody caught something. So we have learned how to behave in society, what to believe, what not to believe, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable, what is good, what is bad, what is beautiful and what is ugly, what is right, what is wrong. It was all there already. Somebody taught y'all that. So when y'all on social media debating and arguing with people that that's not right and that ain't the way my mom and them did it. What if your mom and them wasn't right? Stop fighting people to live out your dream. Live out your dream and your reality till it no longer serves you. But some people got the memo that this ain't working for me. I ain't apologizing. It was all there already. All that knowledge, all those rules and concepts about how to behave in the world. When you were in school, you sat in a little chair and you put your attention on what the teacher was teaching you. I know that's true because, hello, somebody. When you went to church, you put your attention on what the priest or minister or pastor was saying. It is the same dynamic with mom, dad, brothers, and sisters. They were all trying to hook your attention. We also learn to hook the attention of other humans, and we develop a need for attention, which can become very competitive. Children compete for the attention of their parents, their teachers, their friends. Look at me. Look at me. Look what I'm doing. Hey, I'm here. The need for attention becomes very strong and continues into adulthood. The outside dream hooks our attention and teaches us what to believe, beginning with the language that we speak. Language is the code for understanding and communication between every human. Every letter, every word in each language is in agreement. It is, because I'm a cusser. Like, I'll say the word hell. Now, some people know hell to be a cuss word. Some people know hell to be a place. Depending on who I'm talking to, they will freak out. Why are you cussing? Why are you cussing? Then I can go around another group of people and they'll be like, oh yeah, hell is a place you definitely want to avoid. Here in the United States, we've all collectively agreed that this is a capital A and the sound is ah or A, and it is the first letter in the alphabet. In another culture or society, this means nothing. This means nothing. I receive letters from my parents every day written in Arabic. Arabic writes what we would consider backwards. This might be a letter in Arabic, and here in the United States, we might say she scribbled on a piece of paper. Y'all have to understand that what I'm reading is about a collective agreement that all of society agreed upon. You was born into it. It was already set there for you. Your plate was already fixed for you to eat off of, right? And we're eating off the plate of life. And then sometimes we look up and we look around and say, but they're not doing it like that over there. And the way our society is set up, they will take your face and say, eat the cake, anime. And if you don't eat the cake, you get the cake smashed in your face. Now, that's an analogy for those who picking up what I'm putting down. All right. So, Ms. Di, because you always got to stop and teach. All right. So here we go. I'm back on page 40 for second paragraph. The outside dream hooks our attention and teaches us what to believe, beginning with the language we speak. Language is the code for understanding and communication between humans. Every letter, every word in each language is an agreement. It's not a bona fide truth. It's just an agreement that we agreed upon. This is an A. In Arabic, this might be an A. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. That is just because we've been conditioned to believe somebody has to be right and somebody has to be wrong. We call this a page in a book, right? This is referred to a page in a book. So collectively, we all agree that that's a page. The word page is an agreement that we understand. Once we understand the code, our attention is hooked and the energy is transferred from one person to another. It was not your choice to speak English. And if you're black in America, there's a whole history lesson. It really wasn't your choice to speak English. You had a language. There was a language, but it was wiped out. But that's not what the books say. You didn't choose your religion or your moral values. They were already there before you were born. We never had the opportunity to choose what to believe or what not to believe. We never choose even when the smallest of these agreements. We didn't even choose our own names. Who says my name got to be Sharon until the day I die? I feel like my name should be Sunny Rose or Sunshine or Jelani Rose or whatever, right? And if I was to change my name today, y'all know how many of y'all would be so upset, raising up against you. That's the name your mama gave you. As children, we didn't have an opportunity to choose our beliefs, but we agreed with the information that was passed to us from the dream of the planet via other humans. The only way to store information is by agreement. The outside dream may hook our attention, but if we don't agree, we don't store that information. As soon as we agree, we believe it, and this is called faith. To have faith is to believe unconditionally. That's how we learn as children. Children believe everything adults say. We agree with them, and our faith is so strong that the belief system controls our whole dream of life. We didn't choose these beliefs, and we may have rebelled against them, but we were not strong enough to win the rebellion. Ooh, that's good. The result is surrender to the beliefs with our agreement. I call this process the domestication of humans. The same way animals were domesticated, that's what we do to one another, from birth to death. All right, so this is called the domestication of humans. And through this domestication, we learn how to live and how to dream. In human domestication, the information from the outside dream is conveyed to the inside dream, creating our whole belief system. First, the child is taught the names of things: book, marker, lotion, water, right? So the child is taught the names of things: mom, dad, milk, bottle. Day by day, at home, at school, at church, and on television, we are told how to live, what kind of behavior is acceptable. The outside dream teaches us how to be a human. We have a whole concept of what a human is, what a woman is, and what a man is. And we also learn to judge. We judge ourselves, we judge other people, we judge our neighbors, etc., etc. Children are domesticated the same way that we domesticate a dog, a cat, or any other animal. In order to teach a dog, we punish a dog and we give it rewards. We train our children, whom we love so much, the exact same way. We train any domesticated animal with a system of punishment and reward, right? We are told, you're a good boy or you're a good girl when we do what mom and dad want us to do. When we don't, we are a bad girl and we are a bad boy. When we went against the rules, we were punished. And when we went along with the rules, we got a reward. We were punished many times a day, and we were also rewarded many times a day. Soon we became afraid of being punished and also afraid of not receiving the reward. The reward is the attention that we got from our parents or from other people like siblings, teachers, and friends. We soon develop a need to hook other people's attention in order to get the reward. The reward feels good and we keep doing what others want us to do in order to get the reward. With the fear of being punished and the fear of not getting the reward, we start pretending to be what we are not, just to please others, just to be good enough for someone else. We try to please mom and dad. We try to please the teachers at school. We try to please the church. We start acting, placating, being fake, whatever you want to call it. And if you fake or forced to be fake, forced to fit into a society, you can literally turn 53 years old and say, it's time for me to go to a sabbatical and to break out the matrix because society has forced me to fit into these rules for so many years that I forgot who I am. And I don't want to play anymore. And I don't care about y'all not liking me. And I don't care about what y'all have to say about it. And I don't want to fit in the matrix. And I don't want to have to go to a job and do a job that I have no passion about any longer because I'm being forced to fit into the matrix of fake and phony. And I have to teach children now how to grow up and be fake and phony and how to please the teacher and not how to be true to who God created them to be. I hate it here, meaning I hate the matrix. I hate the forced perceptions that the world and society and my mother and my father and my teachers and my neighbors and my siblings and my aunties and uncles and friends and cousins and relatives and strangers have told me, you have to be like this or we can't be happy with you. You have to fit into this bubble or there's no place for you here. So when there's no place, so we don't implode, so we don't self-destruct, we got to label you now. You know, like we labeled this water and like we labeled this lotion and like we labeled this a tape. Now we got to label you mean. Now we got to label you crazy. Now we got to label you hostile. Now we got to say you're unfriendly because really we don't know what to do with you. you refuse in your circle, and we're trying to fit you into this. I got something that would really preach that, but it's over there somewhere.